So you want to know how to regrow your edges. So today we're talking about edges because listen, if you have locks and your edges started thinning, breaking off, I get it. I've literally been there before. And I know sometimes people act like thinning edges with locks is just part of the process, but honestly, no. A lot of the time, it's from tension, product buildup, or just not taking care of that area properly. I used to have really bad edge thinning. My locks on the edges were literally hanging on by a thread. I deleted most of the pictures because I was embarrassed at the time, but I found one old photo and y'all, it was a little rough. And now my edges are way fuller and healthier, so I wanted to make this video to help anybody dealing with the same thing. So in this video, we're going to talk about what causes your edges to thin with locks, mistakes that made mine worse, and what actually helped me regrow them. So number one, the first and biggest cause of thinning edges with locks is too much tension. A lot of us get retwists too tight, styles too tight, or we have thicker locks around the edges pulling on weaker hair constantly. And the hair around your edges is already more delicate than the rest of your hair. So when there's constant pulling, eventually the hair starts thinning and breaking off. And sometimes you don't even realize what's happening until one day you look in the mirror. That's literally what happened to me. I used to think tight retwists meant my hair was gonna look fresher or neater longer, but honestly all it did was stress my edges out. And another thing people don't talk about is sometimes those locks around your edges are just too heavy for the hairline, especially as your locks mature and get longer. For me, it got so bad that I literally had to cut the locks on my edges to save the little hair that I had left. And I'm not recommending you do that, but that is what I had to do. My biggest advice is not to do super tight lock styles around your edges, and tell your loctician, especially if it feels really tight around the edges. Avoid constantly slicking them down, and consider leaving some of your edges out completely. Because everybody's edges are not strong enough to hold locks, and that's okay. Protecting your hairline is more important than forcing your edges to stay locked. Also, give your hair breaks, so your edges have a chance to recover. Sometimes your hair just needs peace and rest. Number 2, using the wrong products. The second cause is using products that are not helping your hair at all. And honestly, some products marketed towards sleek edges are literally the worst thing for your edges long term. A lot of edge controls and gels are full of drying ingredients that can cause heavy buildup. They also have alcohols or stuff that just sits on your scalp that's not good for your hair. And with locks especially, buildup can become a huge issue. If your follicles are clogged constantly and your scalp isn't healthy, your hair is not going to thrive. I used to think putting a bunch of gels and edge controls in my hair would make it look more sleek and nicer, but meanwhile underneath, my edges were definitely struggling. So the solution, and the number one thing that helped me, was using healthier products consistently instead of using products that are bad for my hair. One product I genuinely love is the Sacred Edge Drops by Beyonce. I'm not even exaggerating. These drops helped my edges so much. The ingredients are high quality, and my edges actually started feeling healthier. They literally grew so much just within a few days of using this product. And that's my honest 100% review. I can give a more detailed video if you guys are interested. So back to the main point, I really started focusing more on scalp health and growth instead of just appearance. So switching to lighter products and products that are healthier for my hair. So overall, try using edge controls and products that are good for your hair. So for example, products without a bunch of harsh ingredients and products that don't leave heavy buildup. The third thing is not washing your edges, because if you're constantly putting edge control, gel, oils, mousse, other products, that sweat gets trapped underneath and your edges are never getting cleansed properly, and your follicles need a healthy environment to grow. So the solution, Now, anytime I use any sort of product on my edges, I make sure to wash them at the end of the day. I personally use a gentle baby shampoo because it cleans the area without being too harsh. This little routine has helped me so much because before I was layering products over and over again, and once I start actually cleansing my edges consistently, I noticed a huge difference. A list of other things that helped my edges: sleeping with a satin scarf or bonnet, cotton pillowcases. Protecting your edges at night definitely helps reduce breakage. Gentle scalp massages can help circulation and just keeping the area stimulated. And being patient. This is definitely the hardest part. It doesn't happen overnight, but it's definitely a process. And realistically, it takes time to see major progress. For me, consistency is what mattered way more than trying a million products. But once I stayed consistent, reduced tension, and used those sacred edge drops, that's when I really noticed improvement. But yeah, y'all, those are the biggest things that helped me regrow my edges with Locs. So overall, a recap: reducing tension, using better products, washing my edges, and just being gentler with my hair overall. And honestly, my edges look so much healthier now compared to before. If you're going through this right now, don't panic because a lot of the time your edges can recover if you catch it early and stay consistent. So comment below if you've dealt with edge thinning with your locks and what helped you, because I know a lot of people are struggling with this. So we have to help and look out for each other. And if this video helped you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.